On point, throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get the goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that from it, and you know there was something having to have a short memory on. That memory was a little too long there.
And he'll take it up past the 25. The Colts come. Interceptions thrown already. We'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Lewis to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. Looking to throw. Lewis. Over the middle. That's caught by Taylor. Breaks the tackle. Now Allen. He's at the 30. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of Brotherly. Touchdown, Eagles. His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Though definitely a good day's work. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Lewis. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Lewis now from the gun on 3rd down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Lewis throwing on first down. Finds Hines again for the completion. Able to slither by. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
What's up, man?
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. Jalen Hurts with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But I like to do something at the end to feel a little...
As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they get it once again. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
day. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. To return, here's Agnew. A nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception? Continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver.
And his first look is incomplete. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 32 on the play. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them.
They should have put a stamp on there in the locker room.
Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. this weekend, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now we're going to get a stoppage. It appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work, and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And some room to work. He's at the 40.
It's sad they pay me. I do this for 40.
Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, 78 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. To return, here's Agnew. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ashton Davis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Out of the gun, Fields. Incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions. It nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
was the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely.
You ain't nothing!
Touchdown! Jalen Reagor doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past it.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
He had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees, because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Flush to his right. Here's a diving catch right side. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts. Fine work there on the touchdown run.
And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
To return, here's Agnew.
And he returns this to the 22.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call. Because a one-play drive when you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27 up. Check Mike 21.
Play action. It's Fields. To the right side, complete to Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Montgomery running right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And it's safe to say he has been getting his money's worth in this one.
I would agree with that totally. Being able to go back and launch it and air it out. And let's face it, it's not just him stepping back and flinging it, though. You've got to have someone who can go get it. And that's important for any offense. Someone who can stretch the field, or as they like to say, take the top off of a zone defense. Open things up, because then you can come back and throw underneath and gain some pretty good chunks of yardage as well.
He's ripped the top off of whatever defense they've been playing.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
On first down, Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Man open is Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 21 yards there on third down. On first down, it's Fields. That'll be complete to Cook. And a way past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Now, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now,
he'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Sports at Venerable Soldier Field here in Chicago. We're in the second quarter as it's the Bears in control of the football. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And it's Graham here, the one who is still down. And looks like he's in some pain. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. And Myers able to knock it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that's caught inside the 35.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down, here's an option right. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
That's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. To return, here's Agnew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Now Pollard. In trouble, the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. It's Colin Smith. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was
Watkins diving. He's got it. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal. Flushed out right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they'll return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It's a jet sweep. Here comes Higgins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On second down, Montgomery. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 37. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this is going to be incomplete. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, 56 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now a first down throw, Fields.
It's caught, it's Miller. Miller with first down and more. And falling down at the 32-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Fields on first down.
This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jared Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food, because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Forced out to his left. Airing it out deep for Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Eagles extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. To return, here's Agnew.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now here's a throw that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Fields. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. From the 16, Fields. It's complete to Robinson. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still try big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Myers connects on the PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Flush to his right. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. A little juke. 10, 5, and finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. We'll check on his status. When we get back. Here's Hurts to throw. Staying on his feet. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. To return, here's Agnew. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bears now ready to take over again. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One last throw here for Fields. Able to complete it to Montgomery.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Eagles, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1.
edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 13 carries, 72 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
First down carry by Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how different.
And Rodgers is going to go down. Saved to Fletcher Cox.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down. To convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 20. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the personal Jalen Hurts.
And normally in this spot, we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time, it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts being chased out left.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Mr. Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.